A few months ago, we did a piece on an electric car about town. You may remember the little trifle. It was called the commuter car. The commuter car is still humming along city streets, but we mentioned that they have one big disadvantage. They're really not meant for highway driving, but there are some shocking vehicles out there that you can take on the freeway. In this case, brand name identification is only sheet metal deep. Outside, this Hummer is a familiar Mercury Lynx. Inside, the Ford folks wouldn't recognize their own offspring. This is a 20 horsepower direct current motor, good for 300,000 miles without major service. It's made by Jet Industries of Texas and cost about 3 cents a mile to operate. Direct current power comes from these batteries in the front and more in the trunk, leaving just enough room for at least some luggage. Two things give this baby away: the Electrica insignia on the side and what should be the gas cap. In place of that, a recharge plug for a charge that lasts up to 70 miles at a 40-mile-per-hour cruising speed. Top speed is 70. So how does our dynamo drive? Acceleration doesn't exactly remind you of a Mercury Capri, but power is smooth and steady. This cat is 1,000 pounds heavier than a standard Lynx, and with the added weight and a beefed-up suspension, the Electrica rides more like a Lincoln Continental than a Lynx. 1982 Electricas were converted from standard Lynx models by yanking out the engines. This year they'll be delivered to Jet Industries without engines or radiators, in which case they're called gliders, since they have to be towed off the production line. The price for an Escort or Lynx-based Electrica is only slightly electrifying, $12,000 for a fully loaded model with air conditioning. It seems that Jet Industries does aim to please, though, so if an electric Lynx doesn't give you a charge, they'll build you an electric vehicle based on any chassis. They've even electrified a half-ton Dodge truck. Whatever turns you on, I guess. But it seems that the most common turn-on in almost every ordinary car these days is an FM radio. AM/FM radios are standard equipment on many cars. If it isn't on yours, you can choose from, only a few thousand different FM systems to upgrade your highway entertainment. Now, the simplest and cheapest way to go is with an FM converter. It converts your AM radio into an FM receiver by plugging into the AM antenna system. Something like this one costs about $25, but you get what you pay for. There's no stereo, and all tone adjustments are made from the AM radio. The next rung up the ladder, like this, is an AM/FM radio itself. It's yours for under $50. However, there's still no stereo, but it will probably pull in weaker signals better than a converter, and you do get an integral tone adjustment. But for anything approaching quality stereo, be prepared to shell out something in the neighborhood of $150 to $200. What you get could be like this: FM stereo and cassette. It has separate bass and treble controls, front and rear faders, balance control. It may have a loudness button, and it may even have a digital frequency display. But if money is really no object and you're dying for something different, then this is your dream come true. It's an overhead console model by Panasonic, and it's called a Cockpit. It installs in the roof. Let's see, it features an FM stereo radio with cassette. It has electronic tuning that even locks on a given signal. It has station scanning, and up here at the top, a 5-band equalizer. There's a stereo power amplifier and about 10 other goodies on this that should keep the most finicky audiophile happy. For a mere $1,395, they even throw in a dome light. But you better be careful. With this soft tech dream overhead, it's going to be even harder to keep your eyes on the road.